The Owl House's final episode, Watching and Dreaming, will be coming out on April 8th, and we have a ton of stuff to go over regarding the Owl House's series finale, so let's just get straight into it. Now, before I talk about the trailer we got around 2 weeks ago, we have some information regarding this episode's runtime. According to Disney Animation promos on Twitter, the episode will be 55 minutes long, which, if it isn't obvious already, will be the longest episode of The Owl House. And with 55 minutes, there will be a ton of stuff to look forward to during the finale. And the best part about this, when the episode premieres on April 8th at 9:25 p.m. Eastern Time, there will be no ads. So if you're watching this episode when it premieres at 9:25 Eastern Time, it will basically feel like a mini movie. And even if you don't have cable, you won't have to worry about anything. The episode will be uploaded on the Disney Channel YouTube page soon after the episode airs, and also on Disney Plus the following day. Now, with all that said, let's get into this trailer. Let's start off with the collector's games. We can assume that at the beginning of the episode, Luce and everyone else will get separated, although it does seem like the collector will be bringing Luce, Eda, and King to the same spot. This shot right here is probably right after the collector teleports them all here. They seem to all be on a chessboard, which leads me to assume that maybe one of the games they could play could be the collector's version of chess. Another reason I think one of the games they will play is chess is because of the collector's shadow in the shot. For some reason, the shadow looks kind of like a chess piece to me, but all of that is just speculation. One of the games we do know that they will be playing is some real-life version of Pac-Man, which I feel could be the first or second game they play. In this shot right here, Luce, Eda, and King seem to all be trapped in some sort of bubble, while a massive collector stands behind them. They also still seem to be on the chessboard. It's safe to assume they could just be in these bubbles because the collector wants to make sure they don't escape. However, this could also be part of another game the collector has that involves Luce, Eda, and King's nightmares, which we'll into later. We do also have a still image of the episode, and it seems like the collector is on the knee making a snowman of the Titan. He also seems to be looking up at someone or something. There are two people I can assume the collector could be talking to, these people being Luce or Bellos. This could take place after the collector is done playing the games and Luce is trying to talk to him. The line Luce says near the end of the trailer could also be said here.
You know this can't last forever.
Maybe the collector will tell Luce about his backstory and help her defeat Bellos. On the other hand, the collector could be talking to Bellos here. Bellos could be trying to manipulate the collector again, and that would be why the collector looks so sad in this shot. That's all I have to say about the collector, so let's move on to the other characters. Let's talk about everyone else in the trailer now, starting with Amity, Willow, Gus, and Hunter. As I said before, it seems like they will be split up from Luce while she is forced to play the collector's games. In the trailer, it seems like they are in the collection room that the collector mentions in For the Future, and they seem to be trying to free all the puppets. We see Gus and Willow in this room trying to grab the puppets by using their staffs and glyph magic. The question is, why are they using glyphs? My guess is that the collector may have prevented them from using their magic, meaning that they would only be able to use glyphs. However, we know that this doesn't end well for them, as we can see at the beginning of the trailer that it looks like Amity got turned into a puppet, so we can assume everyone else did as well. They also seem to appear in Luce's nightmares, which again we'll get into later. While watching this trailer, there was one thing I noticed, and that was the lack of Camila. In the trailer, we only get one shot of her, and it seems to be at the beginning of the episode, which makes me worried. Camila is definitely the most vulnerable out of everyone in the group, so it's possible that she could have gotten turned into a puppet by the collector and taken away. That is another reason why Amity, Willow, Gus, and Hunter could be in the collection room to save Camila. But if the collector didn't turn everyone else into a puppet, it's safe to assume Camila didn't get turned into one either. She could just be helping everyone else save the puppets. Can't say the same about Lilith, however. She probably got turned into a puppet immediately since she was the one who suggested to King that he should just use his powers to take out the collector and trap him. Now let's talk about Bellos, and I'm pretty sure everyone already knows that Bellos will be taking over the Titan. Not only do we see Bellos in his throne room going up to the Titan's heart, we see in some shots that the land of the Boiling Isles is covered in Bellos goop in the eyes. Not only that, the trailer literally mentions the heart of the Titan at the beginning of the trailer.
Where do you think magic comes from?
From the heart?
It also seems like Rain is trying to fight Bellos, but I don't think it's going to go too well for them. Okay, now let's get into Luce, Ida, and King's nightmares. Let's start with Luce. It seems like Luce's nightmare is her becoming just like Bellows, since she is wearing his clothes. We can also see a bunch of people that Luce knows petrified. We know this is a nightmare because there are no stars in the sky. She also seems to still think that she's a bad person for lying to her friends, as we can see them trying to attack someone, most likely Luce. They're also not in their current outfits. Amity is in her season 2 outfit, Willow is in her school uniform, Gus is in his Grom outfit, and Hunter is in his hunting palisman outfit. However, it seems like they will help Luce get out of her nightmare, maybe after Luce gets over her fear. Ida seems to be trapped in the conformatorium in her nightmare, but as we can see, she does break out. One thing that I think would be cool is if instead of just focusing on Ida's nightmare here, we also focus on the Owl Beast's nightmare, which I think would be cool. And for King's nightmare, I'm not quite sure where he is. I heard people say that he is in the Titan Trapper Island from Edge of the World, but I'm not sure. Before I end the video, there are two more scenes in the trailer I want to talk about. The first is a scene near the beginning of the trailer. In this scene, it looks like Luz is holding a picture of her, Ida, King, and Hootie in front of the Owl House. My biggest question about this scene is where it could be taking place. Since Luz will probably be playing the Collector's games at the beginning of the episode, and will most likely be fighting Bellows with Ida and King at the end of the episode, I can only assume that this scene happens while she could be talking to the Collector. I believe this because we can still see stars in the sky, so this happens before Bellows takes over the Titan. The final thing I want to talk about is this scene with Ida and King, and they seem to have gotten some sort of power boost. Now, I have 3 theories about this. Number 1, this could be a part of Luce's nightmare. My second theory is that the Collector could have given them this power boost. Their eyes are glowing orange and blue, which are the Collector's 2 main colors. My final theory is that this could just be a normal power boost they unlocked or something. I do worry about one thing, however. They seem to be charging at something facing their left, and usually when it comes to shows and movies, the heroes are always on the left and the villains are always on the right. Ida and King being on the right make me worry that they could be attacking someone like Luce, but I could be completely wrong about it. Maybe they're not even facing the left and instead are facing forward or something. Another thing that does worry me here is that King is crying here. Maybe something happened to Luce which caused them to get this power boost. So I recorded this video before we got the actual poster for the episode, and now since we have it, I might as well talk about it. There's only 2 things I really want to talk about in this poster, the first being Ida and King. They seem to be yelling and screaming at something. This could be referring to the glowing eyes in the trailer we got, so it probably is just some normal power boost instead of it being caused by the Collector or it being in Luce's dream. Another thing I want to talk about is the thing at the very top of the poster. I'm assuming that this is the Titan. Now, I didn't talk about this in the video since I forgot about it, but there is a scene where we see Luce, like, in front of a portal. And we know this portal is leading into the in-between realm because it has, like, the weird, like, colors in it. So, I'm assuming Luce is going to go in there and actually talk to the Titan herself. Which, like, maybe the Titan will help Luce defeat Bellows when he takes over the actual Titan. Only one way to find out. And that one way is, like, when the episode comes out. That's it. I'll go back to the actual video now. Now, we still don't know how the episode will end. We can assume that Luce, Ida, and King will have to go up against Titan Bellows in the final battle, but other than that, we have no idea how this episode will end. All I know is that I'm very excited about this episode, and I can't wait to see how it ends. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and remember to stay safe, have fun, and watch cartoons. Bye!